in a moment. Are we good, James? Yep, I'll press the button. Josh Steed as well, one of the drivers for the Ultimate Academy this season. Afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Oh, right. So Josh's microphone is working. Greg's is not. So I'll just talk to Josh at the moment. Josh, first time that we've seen you here. We're just having a look at your car in the Ginetta GT5 Challenge. It's been a bit of an up and down season so far because I think you missed the first couple of rounds, didn't you? How's it been since you've got back into the car?
So we missed the first half of the season due to injury, me breaking my arm. Wasn't the greatest of times, but no, we've made our way back up the pack within the time we have.
Yep.
We're now on about top 10, which is where we wanted to be. And yeah, it's all running good so far. So we've got 2 more rounds left at Snetterton with the touring cars, and at Donington for the last round of the season.
Yep.
And then hopefully we'll see where we can go from there.
Good stuff. Tell us a little bit about your kind of career so far in motorsport and how you got involved with Ultimate Academy at the start of the year.
So yeah, my career so far, so I actually started off at this circuit, just doing the odd track day here at Rye House. And then I kind of just learnt my craft throughout my young age, from the age of 6 till 13.
Yep.
And then at the age of 13, that's when I won the championship here at Rye House in 2015. Then I was lucky enough to be picked up by some sponsors, CIDT, and they've bought me my first race car, which was the Fiesta Junior Championship. And then I learnt my racecraft in the cars for those 2 years. And now I'm making my debut into the GTs. So here we are in GT5. And I obviously met lovely Greg here.
Am I here now?
You're here. I can hear you loud and clear.
That's good.
So yeah, so I met the team Mutation Motorsport in the Fiesta Championship. I kind of started off just me and my dad, and then we thought, you know what, this is getting serious now. We need to start making some good moves to get up there a bit more, get a bit more noticed. And we've decided to get in with Greg, and that's when we started winning, picking up some trophies, and now we're making some moves into GT. Absolutely.
So the karting into the Fiestas to the Ginetta, though, I can imagine that's quite a change in terms of car. You're going from a if I'm correct, a front wheel drive car into a rear wheel drive car.
Yeah, that is
start.
correct. Yeah.
How have you found that transition in the last few months?
So yeah, to get that transition perfect, to get ready for this season, we did quite a lot of winds testing, and also from the help of my driver coach, David Pittard, who's in VLN. He massively helped out with the transition. I think it was just because you have to do everything you're used to, which is second nature, and then just completely switch it around. But yeah, no, it's all learnt now, and yeah, we're getting on great at the moment.
I was going to say, hello, David, if you're listening. We know David very, very well from these parts, and used to race in the BUKC with us. But no. So obviously you're going from here at Rye House to much bigger circuits. So let's start with karting ones. What was always your kind of favourite circuit when you went the karting days?
Favourite circuit in karting? So yeah, so I started off at Rye House for quite a few years, and then I started to explore more areas of the country. So I think also I was racing at Wilton Mill and Bolton at the time.
Yep.
I think I was vice champion in both of those in 2015 as well. And then I kind of...
Oh,
we're on camera!
We're on camera.
My God, I'm famous.
Why have they done this?
And then... yeah, so I would say my favourite circuit in karting was probably Bolton, mainly because it was carnage most of the time. And yeah, I loved it. Brilliant. I think that's pretty much it, to be honest.
And same question of the bigger circuits, the full road circuits. What's been your favourite so far?
Done quite a few so far. So did had the 2 years in Fiestas. I think I didn't get a chance to do Thruxton in the GT5, but Danny said it was quite leery, and I really enjoyed it in the Fiestas. So I'd say Thruxton mainly because it's the fastest circuit in the country.
It's
isn't it?
big cojones.
Hell for leather circuit.
Yeah, definitely.
Favourite on the British racing scene. Greg, now that we've got a microphone that's working for you, how you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, I'm great.
Yeah. We last talked at Buckmore Park. Seems like quite a long time ago, back in June, but I think that's because we've all done a lot. What have we missed? What's kind of been the story of the last few weeks with you guys?
We've been to Zandvoort.
Yep.
Which I think was the next one after Buckmore. Yeah, that was good. I like Zandvoort. It's the first time I've been out to Holland racing, and both of the guys never been out there before. We had 1 day testing, plagued with red flags and everything else, so didn't get a lot of time to test really. And yeah, both of them in the top 10, so well happy with that. And yeah, now we've just been testing at Snetterton last week with both the guys, and they're both quick there. So yeah, it should be a good one for touring cars next weekend.
Good stuff. So Danny's still, obviously Danny's not here today, but we've seen him before. He's still cracking on and doing the good stuff.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Let's talk what we've been seeing here today at Rye House. Now, quite different conditions to what we've had at the previous 2 rounds supported by yourselves. What have you been looking for in that regard, in terms of the skills that you're looking at across the field for the 3 drivers who are going to get prizes at the end of the year?
So I'm quite pleased it was wet actually, because I missed the wet part of Buckmore.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it's going to be wet for the super final, like I was last time. But me and Josh were speaking earlier when we was watching it, and you're looking for someone who's in tune with the kart and someone who's not trying to fight it around the track in the wet, and is very smooth and reads the conditions very well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's definitely a few people out there that sort of are a cut above their sort of skill set in identifying where the grip is and that sort of thing, on slicks as well, which anyone who does own a driver karting won't understand slicks in the wet. But they just
put some groove things on. And
I don't know why they bother with that, because it's just as quick, it seems, on slicks.
Josh, obviously this place you've raced a lot at. What kind of bits have you seen today from your experience? And obviously you've probably raced here in many a wet session across the years as well.
Yeah, so no, I did see some really good drivers out there today. I think there was those more aggressive drivers, like they weren't worried about contact or anything like that. And I think though they did stand out, because I think when if they do get the opportunity to step into a Ginetta, we can't have a driver that's too scared or too eager to do too many things. So no, there's some really responsible, mature drivers, and there is some people willing to take the risks where they had to. But yeah, no, I think it was good driving from everyone out there today. I think most of it was clean. There was a few spins there, but I think that's everyone just still learning the conditions. It's been changing all day, so but no, I thought it was very good out there from everyone.
Which area of the circuit would you think's most difficult in terms of reading those changeable conditions?
Well, most of the corners are blind, so I think it's where you couldn't really see the wet patches across the circuit. So let's say pylon, you've got the initial entry on the left, and then you've got the blind on the right and the exit. I'd say coming out of there would be quite scary. I know sometimes puddles do build up on the exit, so yeah, I'd say that could be quite of a challenge. But I couldn't really see the conditions myself out there, with them changing all the time. But yeah, I thought it was good from everyone.
Good stuff. We're 2 rounds in through the 6-round Super Final Championship. We were having a look at the table at the start of the day, and we're down to 12 drivers that have been in both rounds so far. I've got the feeling that we're going to lose a few of those today through these conditions alone. Do you think we're already starting to get into that period where anyone who's got five results may still have a bit of a shot in if they've got 5 very high results at the end of the season?
Yeah, I'd say so. For the Super Final Championship you're talking about, Yeah, I think so. Because it's days like this, with conditions like this, where anything can happen, and then you'll get the drivers that have been in the Super Final for the both previous rounds. You might find none of them are in the Super Final because they've had a bit of a bad day, or they've had, the changing conditions hasn't helped them. And then it widens up the championship a bit more, and that it will prove that with the different conditions at the different circuits, anyone who's in the super final every round, it proves they've got what it takes, basically. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, John's just piped up. Hear him on the tannoy. One more one. The livery. It's got your logo on it. Looks very nice. What do you think of it?
I like it. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah.
Well,
the first time I saw it was today. I see a teaser post on Facebook. Like the week just gone. But yeah, the first time I looked at them today, it looks mint. I like it.
Looks really good.
Definitely better than plain black.
Yeah. It adds a bit of colour into there, into the order. I didn't quite hear what that announcement was from JV. Is it that we're about ready to go for another? They're getting the C final ready. But just before you guys go, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or say or give a shout out to people at home?
No, not really.
No.
They're not here. They don't deserve a shout out. They can stay at home.
Where are we racing next again? Remind me.
Snetterton
next on the touring cars.
Yeah, that's it.
And
this weekend.
And then Donington with the British GTs
That's the
at the end
one.
of the year. Hoping I might try and get to that one again. I was there for last round, last season. It's very good. Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Good to meet you, Josh.
Yeah, you too.
Well
mate.
done. Thanks for getting back in the car, because I know that's been a bit of a battle to get you back in there. And best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Brilliant stuff. As the guys from Altima Academy with Mutation Motorsport here at Rye House. And as we say, we are going to get ready in a short while for our finals. Should be honoured with that, Josh. That headset was on Jensen Button's head last weekend. I was talking. James just turned me off. But yeah, so we're going to get ready for